Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of my wonderful and juicy and delicious little subscribers out there. And how I love you all so. I hope that you're all super duper delicious, super duper wonderful, and that you're having the most beautiful and wonderful day wherever you are in the world, or afternoon or evening, okay? And good morning, good afternoon, good evening to any passers-by. Much love to you all as well, my delicious babies, and I hope that you too are having a wonderful time wherever you are in the world, whether it's morning, afternoon or evening, okay? So what do? 3, 2, 1, beam me up, my juice little lads. Oh yes, they're staying super duper bright. Okay, so I'm loving it when my little lights go like this, because occasionally, I said it on the other video, didn't I, everybody? Occasionally my little lights seem to go a bit dark for some reason, and I'm not entirely sure why. Anyway, so just to let you know, everybody, sorry, I was just organising myself. So the weather in my neck of the woods in the old UK, well, very little wind, if actually no wind, okay? Very chilly, I must say, okay? So it does require a jumper or a cardi, if you go out for a walk, well, you'd need a coat, unless somebody's in there. It's only a figure of speech, everybody, but, somebody's in there hot blood. Do you understand what I'm saying to everybody? Yes, because some are. I've seen some in the T-shirts and I'm thinking, oh, dear me, how can you be in your flipping T-shirts in this weather? But anyway, we're all different, and that's the beauty of life, okay? Now then, I hope that you're all having a good day, okay? Wherever you are. Now then, I'm just going to have a quick sip of my coffee, please, and thank you. Now then, so there's some things I want to talk about today, everybody, okay? And I want to begin, because I've got to do my readings as well, okay? And before I begin, so sorry everybody, because I always forget, don't I, okay, for you all delicious, wonderful little babies who know me by now. If you do happen to enjoy my video today, if you could please click on the like, okay? If you do happen to stumble across me and you do happen to enjoy my videos, if you'd like to click on the subscribe. Also, please feel free to leave me a comment, and I will, respond to it, okay? That's unless, because sometimes I've seen where there's a comment, everybody, I just have to say this, I'm going to repeat it again. And when you click on the comments, well, there's nothing there, okay? So that is not my fault, everybody, that's out of my... do you know what I mean? That's out of my control. And finally, if you'd like to share my video with others who may find, if all of the video or parts of it interesting, okay? Because, each video that I do, I try to give food for thought, and where I can, I try to help out. Do you understand what I mean? That's all I try to do, okay? Sometimes I have a little bit of a little rant and a rave. Well, not a rave, everybody, okay? But sometimes, I can flipping go off on one, as everybody knows. Do you see what I'm saying to you, everybody? But when I've got a calm moment, that makes me sound like I'm a flipping right-header. I'm not, everybody. Do you know what I mean? But sometimes if I feel that doesn't mean yes or no, everybody. It just means I've got an itch. What it is, okay, is that, sometimes if I'm very passionate about something, do you understand what I mean? Anyway, let's get straight into this. So when I woke up this morning, my delicious little babies, okay, what was on my mind, and I want to mention this, okay, because like I say, I do want to mention some different things today on my video, so please just take bits and pieces out of, what I'm saying today, my delicious little babies, because for some of you, it will help you, okay, and that's all I ever try to do. So I woke up this morning and I thought, something, I thought, in the world that we're living in right now, because we do have a number of man and woman out there, okay, where it's like they seem to be, it's like, God bless their beautiful dear souls, but at like 6 and 7s, do you understand what I'm saying to you? That's just a figure of speech, okay? And what it is that, I don't know whether you've all heard of this. Well, some of you delicious and wonderful little babies out there would have heard about this, okay? But for others, And especially if they, they're wanting to get into spirituality and they're wanting to do something. But some of them, and I have come across this over the years, everybody, are very frightened of it. Do you see what I mean? Because it's something new. It's like they want to do it, but then they feel a bit frightened of how to go about it, if you know what I mean. But one of the things that can upset a system in our bodies, everybody, is our chakras, okay? Now, the thing about chakras is that once they're aligned, whoever it is, be it man or woman, then starts to feel, so I'm never here to hurt, offend or upset anybody on my videos, yes, but they start to feel a lot more calmer, yes, okay? Because it's like their body's more at peace, like their mind is more at peace. Do you see what I'm saying to everybody, yes? So this is just a little one to go onto YouTube for some of my delicious and wonderful little babies out there. And once again, how I love you all so. You're all super duper delicious and beautiful. Well, this is on YouTube, everybody. So if you was to type into the, the old space bar at the top, and if you was to please type in and thank you, 30 minutes to unblock all 7 chakras, okay? And then, sorry, excuse me, and then if you could please continue it by putting aura, aura, which is spelled A for apple, U for umbrella, R for Romeo, A for apple, okay? Aura cleansing, okay? Now, chakra balancing and healing, everybody, okay? So I'll just repeat that very quickly once more. 30 minutes to unblock all 7 chakras, aura cleansing, chakra balancing and healing, okay? Now, if you look down in the subscribe, please, my delicious little babies, for some of you out there, it should say 5, as in the number 5, min, M-I-N, to zen, Z-E-N, okay? So I'm just going to tick this off now, my delicious little babies, because that's the only one for today, okay? Now, what it is this, it's with me, and I'm just going to explain. So sorry, everybody, I'm just closing my book now. You see, with me, whenever I would do anything like that, yes, what I would generally do is go and lie down somewhere. That sounds really bad, doesn't it? Go and lie on my bed. Do you understand what I'm saying to you, yes? I mean, if I really felt the need to, I would go and, even lie on my healing couch, because in my healing room, everybody, it is so very peaceful, very calming. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? And then I can just listen to what I want to listen to in peace, if you know what I'm saying. But if you do not have a healing couch for some of my wonderful and delicious little babies out there, then a bed is just fine, okay? I always find that it's better to lie down, okay, because then you can close your eyes and you can bring your spirit guides in, okay, because they're there to protect you as well, yes? Now, this is like music, okay, but like I say, I've chosen a shorter one to just give you information on. I've chosen a shorter one for those of you wonderful and delicious little babies out there, yes, who may be just starting. Do you see what I'm saying to you? So I didn't want to sort of, pile it on you. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes. And then bit by bit, you could listen, because they've got some fabulous videos on YouTube, all to do with aligning your chakras, yes, just so that you can feel at peace and calm. And I just wanted to say that because we're living in a world right now, everybody, where, well, there seems to be, with some delicious little babies out there, where they are feeling rather more stressed out. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? So things like this will help, okay? Now, other things that you can do, sorry, my eyes are itching. Other things that you can do, everybody, right now, you see, I just want to get this part out of the way, everybody. Not meaning that in a disrespectful manner, okay? It's just I just want to get it out while it's on my old noddle, okay? Now, for others of you, my delicious little babies, say if you want to go into meditation, well, all you have to do is type into wherever you live, okay? And just type in, you know, even meditation centre near me, or do you understand what I mean? Because sometimes when you type in spiritual church, it comes up with a difference, you know, to what you actually wanted. Do you see what I mean? So you're wanting somewhere where you can go meditate. Now, for some, and like I've said, you know, over the years, you know, I have met many man and woman in my time. Yes, I have. Okay. And they're really, really frightened. Do you know what I mean? Or for some of them, they may be getting a lot of psychic information. For others, they could be a medium. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Where, you know, where it means that, you know, dear loved ones, you know, where they can actually say to somebody who they meet, and all of a sudden they just get this, you know, information given to them, yes, in their mind, in their old noddle. And then they sort of give out that information to whoever that is, that's man or woman, who they're talking to. Do you see what I mean? And I have found over the years, everybody, that you do have some man and woman, yes, where they're really afraid because, you know, it's like, and a lot of the time they've been getting this sort of information for years. Do you see what I mean? But they've not known how to deal with it. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, so it's almost as if like they suffer in, there we go, before I even say it, they suffer in silence. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, but for those of you delicious and wonderful little babies out there, if you happened to be somebody of what I've just described, yes, or you know somebody of what I have just described, then please try and find a way to get them to go to like a meditation centre where they can meditate. Do you see what I mean? It's called, everybody, a circle. Do you see what I mean? Circle, circle, circle. That's what it's called, where you have like-minded man and woman who go, okay, to meditate, and then that sort of, you know, with some, because everybody has different abilities, everybody, yes. Some can be a medium and a psychic. There we go, so I'm all cold here. Others can just be a psychic. I do not mean just, you know, but they can be a psychic. Do you see what I'm saying? Others can just be a medium. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes. And then, of course, at these places, right, these meditation places to go to, yes, well, you also learn other things as well. Do you see what I mean? To me, when I used to go, I mean, I'm going back, oh gosh, years, but when I used to go, everybody, I used to have the most wonderful time. Honestly, there we go. I used to have the most wonderful time, okay? Now, it would be important as well, everybody, yes, because usually, you know, you will be offered, well, you should be, offered a glass of water. Do you understand what I mean? Yes, you should be, okay? But if you want to take a bottle of water along with you, and the reason why is because when you first start, you know, for the beginners out there, my delicious little babies, what happens is that as your mind's opening, yes, you actually start to, there we go, before I even say it, everybody, okay? So our dear spirits are well in the room today. You know, good morning, my beautiful dear spirits. Anyway, I've already said good morning. Well, you see, the thing is that you find that you start drinking more and more water, okay, as you start to open up. Do you see what I mean? So, and what the water does, everybody, is that it helps with the flow. Do you see what I mean? Because the clearer that your mind is, for my delicious and wonderful little babies out there, for some of you, the clearer that your mind is, water certainly works the best. There we go, I can tell you that now. And when I used to go to Circle, I used to have, no joke, I mean, if anybody was stood here with me now, my delicious little babies, they'd tell you themselves, I used to go through 2 jugs of water, you know, in the space of 2 hours. Do you see what I'm saying to everybody? Yes. And of course, that simply meant that, you know, that I could just give out information. And sometimes, because when I first started, it's like something cracked me open, if you know what I'm saying to you. It's really hard for me to explain, yes, because I'd get information for decades and decades, yes, without, and I'm just being honest with you now, my delicious little babies, without understanding what to do with it. Do you see what I'm saying to everybody? This is, you may find this a little bit difficult, you know, the way the way I'm putting it across, do you see what I mean? But I know what I'm saying, yes? So when I finally did find somewhere to go, do you see what I'm saying to you? It was all very new to me, okay? And everybody experiences different things. Like in my case, I found as if something was trying to, and I do not mean this in the wrong sense of the word, everybody, okay? So please, you know, my delicious little babies out there, I felt as if I was being suffocated. And then I felt as if something was crawling up my legs. It's really hard to explain, everybody, yes. I mean, I think that some of the dear spirits, God bless them, right? We're getting a little bit too flipping fresh, do you see what I mean? So that's when I had to ask the dear tutor there at the time, and what a wonderful gentleman he was. Not in that way, everybody, just a wonderful, warm-hearted gentleman, yes. He was a brilliant tutor. And the thing is that I had to ask him and whisper it, you know, that what was happening to me. Do you see what I mean? Because I literally felt, everybody, as though I couldn't breathe. Okay, now everybody gets different feelings, okay, so I'm just explaining my experience. But of course, once I explained it and I said, I feel like something's crawling up my leg, and it wasn't just one, everybody, okay? That and then at this end, you know, I felt as if I couldn't breathe. So whatever the tutor had done, but then dear spirit came away from me. Do you see what I mean? And I just seen it as, he never said a word to me, everybody. I just seen that as that I was being investigated. It's really hard to explain what I'm putting across to you, my delicious babies, but I am putting it across in the best way that I can, yes? So that was my experience. Now, I even went through, nobody's going to believe this. When I tell you, my delicious little babies, you're just not going to believe this at all. But at the start of all this as well, yes? So, of course, once everything was cracked open, but like I said, you know, for decades I used to get information and you just didn't know where to go, you know, and at that time, you know, there was no one to talk to because nobody discussed anything. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little baby? Sorry, yes? So I didn't know what to do with myself at times. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Yes, and I could go into isolation. Do you see what I mean? So, I mean, years ago, decades ago, you've heard me say in other videos for some of my wonderful and delicious little babies. I was a workaholic. I was work all the time. Do you see what I mean? And, so then it even got to the stage where dear spirit, right? They'd click, this is no word of a lie, everybody. I'm telling you straight up now what flipping happened, okay? So they'd click my car door, yes, my passenger side, yes, so, and my driver's side. This is no word of a lie, everybody. This is exactly what happened, right? I swear down to you, right? So it meant that I could not get out of my own car. And I thought, is this a flipping joke? Do you see what I'm saying to you? And then you had passers-by who were thinking that, you know, she's flipping cuckoo, cuckoo. Do Do you see what I'm saying to you? Because I'm talking in the car and it looks like I'm talking to myself. Mind you, so saying that, you know, there's been many a times in my life where I talk to myself because I actually feel that it makes sense, okay? But getting back to the matter in hand, my delicious little babies. So the only thing I could do was just sit quietly, close my eyes behind the steering wheel and just say in my mind, okay, you know, I will work with you, dear spirit, but, you know, this was just me personally. I said, but you've got to stop being naughty now and you've got to let me out of my own car. I said, otherwise, I'm just not going to work with you. And I said all of this in my mind. I said, so please unlock the car so that I can get out, and thank you. And I swear to dear God, Jesus Christ of Nazareth, that it's so hard for you to believe, everybody, my delicious little babies. But guess what happened? All of a sudden, click. And that's no word of a lie, yes. Do you see what I'm saying to everybody? Yes. So what I'm saying to you is, my delicious little babies, is that spirit, it can be powerful. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes. And sometimes they will sort of, you know, see how far they can push things. And this is our beautiful dear spirits, beautiful dear ancestors and everything, you know, over the other side. Do you see what I'm saying to everybody? Yes. But once you got, you know, once you get used to it, well, I did anyway, but that was my personal experience. So for those of you delicious little babies, okay, if you are more interested, like I said, please look on the internet if you've got access to the internet, and please just look for somewhere where there's a circle, you know, where there is a circle, sorry, so that you can, because it will help you, okay? You know, at first, yes, it can be a little frightening, or in some cases a little bit uncomfortable. So I am going to make that point, okay? But you will get used to it, okay? And for most of you, my delicious little babies, you will actually enjoy it. Well, I did anyway, okay? I just loved it, okay? But I just went solely just to meditate. Do you see what I mean? But of course, there was at one time, because I'll cut this video off because then I want to go on to a different discussion about something else. But at one time as well, I used to do like, for some of you delicious little babies, you would have heard of this, but for others of you, you may not have heard about it, okay? But at one time, I used to do what's called psychometry. So it means that, say for example, yes, just using an example now, my delicious babies. So say for example, if somebody brought this pair of glasses, my pair of glasses, yes? So let's just imagine that the glasses that somebody, a dear client, was bringing me happened to be a pair of glasses of their dear loved one who had, you know, sadly passed over, you know, into spirit, yes? Because it is sad, because, you know, there's a lot of man and woman who get very upset, you know, and suffer depression, you know, when they lose somebody, okay? So they're looking for somebody to talk to, okay? So say they bring, you know, a pair of glasses, okay? I've had everything from even a mobile phone. I've had, you know, not somebody who's passed away, by the way, the delicious little babies, God bless them, God rest all their beautiful dear souls, yes? But I've even been brought a mobile phone where a dear client, came to me many years ago. And she said, well, all I've got is my mobile phone. I said, okay. I said, so I held her phone, okay? And I just closed my eyes, asked my dear spirit guide. And then, you wouldn't know who this dear lady is, so I'm just going to say it, okay? And this is going back a decade, you know, well over a decade now, this particular dear lady, right? And I said, so, well, who's David? 30 seconds later, she got a call, and it was from her brother David, yes. Okay, everybody, yes. So it was just myself picking up on the energies, and then I've had other things brought to me, like a scarf. It really sounds quite odd to you all, everybody, my delicious little babies, but this is, I swear down, this is the truth, right? So that's psychometry. So others can bring, I mean, when I very first started to learn, everybody, yes, Like usually you would hold somebody's watch or you would hold a piece of jewellery, okay, that belongs to somebody else. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Somebody who's, you know, bless their beautiful dear hearts, you know, passed over, yes, to the other side, yes. So I used to do rather a lot of that at one time. I used to also do what's called, it's like travelling, if you know what I'm saying to you. So, okay, let me put this in a different way. So it means that, say I'd get a call, yes, like on my old tarot line, yes, and because I used to work, you know, first, right at the beginning, sorry everybody, I used to work for a really, really busy company. Do you understand what I mean? The second you put the old dog and bone down, straight back up again. Do you see what I'm saying to you? It was really, really busy, the traffic, yes? So all I would do is just zoom into a different mode. Do you see what I'm saying? So just close my eyes and I could actually say, okay, I'm just giving you my experiences, everybody. For some of you delicious little babies, you may have experienced similar, and if you have, please feel free to comment. Do you know what I mean? Because if I can, I will always respond, okay? Please and thank you. But, and then I could say to them, or, you know, and describe what's outside their front door. I could even describe if they've got the feet on a mat or on a carpet and what colour that is. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, so it's all different levels, my delicious little babies, is what I'm explaining to you, okay? So, you know, that's just another way of travelling. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes. Then I've had other situations, you know, where you get premonitions, you know, like I've just been driving along, you know, and all of a sudden I'll just get something, okay, and whoever it's concerning, I wait until I see who it is, okay, which, yes, you see again, you know, and then what then happens is you give that information, do you see what I mean, which usually is a warning for something. There we go. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes. So there's lots of different ways, but you know, but for those of you wonderful and delicious little babies out there, you know, please never feel frightened of this, okay? And for those of you, you know, if you've already started on this road, yes, please just enjoy the journey is what I'm saying, yes, because I mean, I learned so much. Do you see what I mean? And really, once you're open to one thing, it then starts coming at you. Do you see what I mean? So you just, but at all times you can say to your dear spirit guides, which you can just, and I always find it's better in my mind, everybody, yes? But you can say to your dear spirit guides, dear spirit guides, in your mind, everybody, dear spirit guides, please, you know, or say if you want to go to sleep and everything's chatter, chatter, chatter. Do you see what I mean? Because that can happen as well, yes? Because you could have one or more, you know, who want to communicate. Do you see what I mean? But if you just say in your mind, dear spirit guides, you know, please, I just need to get some sleep. You know, can we have a discussion about this tomorrow? Do you understand what I mean? And thank you. And by doing that, you will get that peace, everybody. Yes, it's just to find the balance of how it rocks and rolls. Do you see what I'm saying? But we're all given dear spirit guides, yes? And we're all given a beautiful dear angel, you know, when we come into the world, yes? And then we're, throughout our lives, we're given different spirit guides. So one will come in, you know, to help with one thing, and then they will then be replaced by another spirit guide. Do you see what I'm saying? Now, sometimes you can get the names of some of your spirit guides and sometimes you cannot, you know, or you may be able to talk to somebody where they will be able to tell you what your spirit guide's called. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little baby? So this is just a quick little video, really, just to explain this, yes? But never be afraid. That's the one thing to do, is never be afraid, okay? Because your beautiful dear spirit guides, okay, they would never put you in a situation, I can assure you of that now, yes. So they would never ever put you in a situation, to bring harm to you. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? Yes. And like I say, we have a beautiful dear little angel who's with us when we come into the world, and then without being upsetting, at all. But then we also have a beautiful dear angel who's with us, once we leave this earth. Okay, so I hope that this video has helped, because for some of you, my delicious, there we go. For some of you, okay, even if you do not click on the view, do you see what I mean? For some of you, this may very well help you. There we are. See, I'm getting it here. So this is going to help some out there. But like I say, never be afraid of it, okay? It's a case of working with it. Yes, but you have to open things, you have to close things. Do you see what I mean? So you ask your dear spirit guides. So when you call them in, I always do it with my eyes closed, everybody, in my old noddle, in my mind, yes? And what I say, everybody, if this is going to be some help to some of you wonderful and delicious little babies out there, I would just say in my mind, dear spirit guides, please draw near. Please draw close. Please protect me and guide me. So if you are going for meditation, that's what you ask for. When the meditation's ended, whether you decide to go to a circle or whether you do it at home, you then say, thank you, dear spirit, until we meet again. If you could try to do a meditation, okay, if you could try to do a meditation, at around the same time each week, okay, especially if you're beginning, if you can do that, it's like having not that type of relationship, everybody, right? So I have to just make this very clear, but it's like a form of you're building up a friendship with your dear spirit guides. So you're getting used to them and they are getting used to you, okay? Yes, okay? So I'm just hoping that I haven't bored you, my delicious little babies. I'm just trying to give you information here, yes, because this can very much, there we go, see, even before I've just said it, I'm so cold here, and I have been throughout my video to you all, my delicious little babies, that it will help you. And also your dear spirit guides can also help you, if you're in tricky situations or or there's a tricky decision that that you need to make. Do you understand what I mean? Yes. And at other times you can even get to your dear spirit guide, if you're going for a job, or once you get used to them and they get used to you, and you see how you're both rocking and rolling, do you see? So if you go for a job, or for others, if you go for an exam, do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? So, but this is sadly what's not really being taught a lot in the world. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes. And that's why I'm so very, very, very pleased to see that, and especially over the decades, to see that there are more and more, who are giving out this information. Do you see? But I was just solely explaining to you all, my delicious babies, for those of you who are interested in my experiences, but everybody else's, because we're all individual, aren't we? And we're all beautiful and wonderful, and we all have something to bring to the world. But different man and woman will experience different things, yes? But it's also good as well to talk to other like-minded, do you see what, there we go, say, to talk to other like-minded, do you see what I mean? Just so that you can start to understand better, yes? So that's for anybody out there, my delicious little babies, who are going to be new to all of this, or already are new to all of this, yes? But just take your time, please do not rush, okay? And thank you, because at the end of the day, it will all come to you, okay? So on that note, please have the most wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are in the world, okay? And please continue to have a good day, okay? Thank you so very much for taking the time to listen to me now. So much love. God bless. Until my next video, take care. Thank you. Goodbye.